Hi, I'm Levi Gates and welcome to the Shop Journal. I've been a detailer for over 20 years. I've traveled the US teaching folks how to properly care and detail cars. But what you don't know about me is that I love customs, classics, and hot rods. It's been in me since I was a little kid. And we're actually here at my dad's house, sitting in front of two of the trucks, mine and his. Now, what I want to do with this show is take you inside some of the top shops around the country. So you'll come along with me and we'll be able to show you and introduce you to some of the top builders, craftsmen, bodymen, and paint people in the entire world. And our goal is to show you those small details that turn into beautiful works of art, cars that start from a sketch and make their way into a finished rolling piece of art. So I hope you'll enjoy this journey. And matter of fact, let's head over right now.
Hey, I'm Kenny from Kenny's Rod Shop, which is now KRS, and been owning this business for 28 years, and I started out as a wee little kid, which I got to thank my dad for that, which has been a long time hot rodder, even though he was in the computer industry. He has a 32 that has been in our family for 65, 66 plus years. So I was just born into it. Let's say I walked out right into hot rodding. So to have that and the relationship that my dad and I have had over the years with cars and stuff has just been phenomenal. It's definitely a family atmosphere with what we have with our customers. We enjoy that. I like to get to know them as they like to get to know me. I just want to build their car for them, so the more I know about them, I can understand what they want versus what we want. So that's kind of just a brief cap of what KRS is all about, how we started, and it's just been instilled in me from day one. So here we go.
Hey, Kenny.
What's up, buddy? Welcome to Kenny's Rod Shop, which is now KRS.
I appreciate
Shorten
it.
it up. So
nice.
Welcome to our facility. This is our front office.
It's a great front room.
Thank you very much. When you walk in or you call, make a phone call, you're gonna catch her on the phone to start with, Sherry. That's my oldest sister. She's worked for me for about 10 years now, and
nice.
She's the one that handles the business. So you owe us
Keeps
money.
you in check.
Yeah, you owe us money. You're gonna get it from her. You know, she orders the parts. So no, it's great. So, and it's neat to have my older sister work for me, and I have one of my sons that works for me, and my dad did as well. So.
Yeah.
But like I said, front office, got some cool memorabilia and paintings and things, and like I said, they're kind of near and dear to me because a lot of them were done by some of my customers. So it's more than just a over-the-counter bought piece. It's something that's was done for me. So really cool. Yeah, I like all the old stuff and hot rodding and dragsters and racing and stuff. So we're always picking up trinkets here and there and going from there.
Sweet, man. This is
So
awesome.
you ready?
Let's
We
go
can
there.
head on out.
Yeah.
This used to be part of our office, and we moved the wall around because normally we have a car sitting here, but right now it's housing a lot of parts. So we just decided let's shrink the office down some, give us one more area. So normally a finished car is sitting here, kind of keeps it out of sight, out of the way, covered up. But
Well, maybe if the customer comes to pick it up,
it's cool looking.
got a nice little spot.
It is. But right now it's become a parts facility, as you can see.
It's a good sign.
It's a good thing. Business is good, life's good. So once again, more memorabilia, trinket stuff you can see on the wall. My dragster stuff that we had before. Some magazine articles of our 37 that we built, America's Most Beautiful Street Rod, and then making the grade 8, which was cool. And t-shirts, stuff like that for sale. So kind of just worked out good to turn it into just kind of an intermediate area between office and shop, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then out here, this is what we kind of consider more of our clean side of the shop. We definitely do work here, as we have a different area that's our really high-end part of it. But so here we try and do more of our work on our cars that are our finished cars. Like we've got Craig and Chad working on this 44 now. He's a great customer of ours, Tony. We're putting the new motor in it, front and rear suspension. Yeah. Beautiful car, been done for a while, but he's just ready to, he's an older gentleman. He says, I want to go one last hoo-yah before we go and do our thing. So that's what's happening there. And then we've got this Le Mans, which belongs to another great customer. It's really good to have our customers, we got a lot of repeat customers, which is so nice because
most people think it's a one and done kind of deal,
and we do have a lot of that, but it's amazing how many we have that want to come back and do more, and it makes it great because we just know what to expect of each other, and it's just like, just go, it makes it nice. So this guy here, Jim Thorpe, he's a local guy. This is his Le Mans. We're putting this mid-90s LT5 Corvette in it, which was a pretty rare motor.
Yeah.
And then our newest member, Chad, been over down there, he's doing all the engine bay work. So basically the outside of the car is done. It came to us a driving car. But we're doing this motor swap and building this engine bay. And
this is really cool.
It's going to be neat. It's got some neat metal work that Chad's doing on it. So we're real excited about it. So hopefully in another couple weeks we'll get it out to Sean, our painter, and then blow it all apart. We'll paint the motor red to match the car, and then the engine bay will end up going like a satin black with some mesh grill inserts and stuff.
Cool.
So kind of a really cool deal. But like I said, it's neat to have repeat customers on both of these. We did a 55 Chevy for Tony. We've done a lot of work on the 40 over the years, but now it's time for some upgraded stuff before it's back on the road again. So Volkswagens is kind of where it started out for me. I think it was because I was a young and dumb kid, but that was it for me, and it was fun. And I knew as we went with things, hot rods would be there, but as a young kid, it was tough to get into the industry because you're a young kid, and you got these old timers that are building hot rods, and they're just like, hey, you got no clue, you're a kid.
And then again, memorabilia, like old
more memorabilia. It's really cool. I've got one of my customers, his son does all these kind of cartoonish style drawings, which is really neat. So we were getting one done as we got each car done, so we gave it to a customer, and it was pretty cool. So, and then on the wall is just a handful of some magazine articles and stuff we've had over the years. We've got a lot more, but we just, enough's enough. Let's not put them up.
Exactly.
And more memorabilia stuff. My daughter's junior dragster when we did that, and other things just on the wall. And like I said, a lot of it is really cool because it's something that was given to me from a customer, or they did something. So it's more than just a pretty painting or a picture on the wall. It's got a meaning to it, which is just, it's way cool. I really like that.
Well, you kind of see the history of
exactly. So, and it's fun. The more the merrier. I love it. Stacking up more stuff up on the walls and people to come and look and check it out. It's what it's all about. So let's go out here. We'll head out to our fab shop. So out here is where it gets down and dirty and busy and noisy and all that good stuff. A few different projects in the works. Early 60s unibody, Ford unibody, belongs to a customer in Twin Falls. He was a new customer to us. The truck was started elsewhere, and we've kind of just regrouped and started over from ground zero. We've taken it, it's actually his first vehicle that he's had, so it's got some sentimental thing, and you'll find out most everything we do here is more of a sentimental thing than people just saying, I want a car. Most of it, there's a reason they had something, there's a story there, as we talked about before. So, but we're taking this, Chris and John have been working on this, my two guys there. We stretched the cab about 3 inches because he's a taller guy, and we wanted to kind of get more proportions right. His original truck was a long bed. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we wanted to shorten it up a little bit, so we shortened the butt end of it up a little bit, and we decided let's stretch the door some in the cab area to give them a little more room in there and kind of bring back the proportions. So it's not a short bed, it's not a long bed, we call it a medium bed, I guess. So 3/4 length. So but then we're just about done in the bed. We're coming back in here. We've done all new suspension stuff. We built new rails from about here back. I think it's tailgates off, so you can see what's going on in here. So we've reconstructed all new rails, and it's really cool. The owner of the truck is in Twin Falls, and he owns a water jet deal. So we sent him the templates, and he water jetted all the rails and stuff for us, which was kind of neat to be able to, his involvement is that way with it, which is cool. So, and then Chris and them have been building all this new inner tubs and everything.
Yeah, these are gorgeous players.
Full airbag suspension, Watts link setup. We're just waiting for axles from Dutchman Industries, and then we'll be ready to put this thing on the ground. So, and then once we get that done, then we'll get back up front and start stretching the door, getting that wrapped up, and then work our way forward. So trying to get the butt end of this done on the ground, ready to go, and then go to the next phase. So we got John Wells over here. He's putting some housing ends on a rear end. This belongs for my dad's 32. We're changing the rear end there, so that's what he's doing right there. So we've got jig fixtures and stuff to do that. We try and do as much as we can in-house.
Yeah.
We have a great group of people in our back pocket that we rely on. Variety of equipment, you know, we've got your basic stuff, shrinker stretchers, mills, lathes, pole max machine, ring roller, bead rollers, different kind of brakes, rollers, everything you can think of, you know, everything we try and, you know, if my guys need it, and it's something we look like that's going to be cost effective and useful, we'll buy it, you know, so, and equipment is just one of those things you can just never have enough of, it seems like. I mean, it just seems like every time we turn around, it's like, man, it'd be cool to have this or a different die. So we'll get it and I try and keep these guys providing what they're doing. So there's a quick shot of Chris. You want to get a quick, Chris, you can wave to the camera. He's the lead guy on the truck, so yeah, there you go. One of the things that we really do in our shop, which I remember caught one of our new guys off guard, was a customer comes in, I send the customer right to who's working on the car. I know what's going on in my shop. It is my shop. I know everything that's happening, but I want my customers to hear it right from the horse's mouth, the guy that's working on it. We try and have kind of a family atmosphere with our customers. I mean, if that's what they want. Some of them, hey, Kenny, send me an invoice and I'll pay the check and that's it, you know, but some, they like the involvement, and that's what I want. I mean, we're here to build their dreams, so we want it, you know, I want the involvement if that's what they want. Right. And it's been a good thing. So, Nomad, this is a new customer to us. Nice. There's a father, son, and grandson deal, and there's going to be a couple cars in the whole deal. Okay. I believe the way the story is, the dad has a Nomad as well and a pickup, and then the son has had this one. So we're going to do just a nice resto mod on it. Updated suspension, putting a late model motor in it, overdrive transmission, real nice, you know, fit and finish on the paint, AC, cruise tilt, just a really today's sanitary driver. You know, that's what probably most of our cars are. We do a lot of shows with the Good Guys Association, and that's what we call it. It's a good guy's car. You know, it's definitely show worthy. You can take it, do your thing, but you know, most of our cars will undercoat the bottom of them where they can just drive them. We'll powder coat the chassis nice, but they just want, Kenny, I want to get in it, enjoy it, and go. So they want an old body with today's technology. So that's what most of everything that's happening in our shop today is what we do. So 55, another 55 post car, came from another shop. Guy wasn't happy with what was going on, so we're stripping everything down, starting over, finding a lot of bad body work and metal work that somebody did, and that's irrelevant. We're here to do what we do right. I mean, I'm not saying we're perfect, we're human, we make mistakes too, but you know, so same thing with this. It's got an LS in it, cruise tilt, you know, power steering, all that jazz. Just a really nice driver. We'll go back to the same color again, but we've got to cut the quarter panels off, put new quarter panels on it and stuff. And once again, a great guy. I mean, he got kind of hosed somewhere else. So we went out and I went out and looked at it and kind of put my hand up in there and say, hey, we got some issues here. He wasn't happy with quite the fit and finish. I mean, I think who started it probably did okay for their knowledge and budget, you know, but he wanted something a little more. And, you know, he kind of did the interview thing, and him and I and his wife just kind of hit it off, and it just, I think that family atmosphere, and that's not to blow smoke up anybody's skirt, it's just, that's how we run our business. I'm not that old of a guy, but I'm a smile and a handshake guy. I mean, you know, contracts, unfortunately, I mean, that's the way the world is, it's what it is, but you know, a man's as good as a man's word, and that's what it is. And we just enjoy the involvement we have with our customers, and I think they like it as well. And back in here, this is what used to be our body paint shop. We had a paint booth and stuff back in there. And Sean at Regenerated Rides has worked for me for years. Great man, and he's been talking about going on his own, so I kind of pushed him to go on his own, and so we ended up taking the paint booth out, and he's got the paint booth at his facility now. And it's nice because it's not that it was a headache that I had to deal with, because I don't with Sean, but I don't deal with it now because it's at his place, and I know exactly what I'm going to get and what the customer deserves. So that's been really good. It's neat for him because he's got to experience being on his own and doing his own thing, and obviously he's excelling in it and stuff. So, and like I said, for us, I just send it. I know what I'm going to get back, and it's a great thing. So, Project Mustang we're working on. This is another build, same thing. We finished the black 32 5 window for these people in Montana, Pat and Marcia, great people. He calls me probably twice a week on my cell phone, and how's it going, Kenny, this and that. And same thing, my wife and I, we took the 32 to him a few months ago and stayed the night and got to go out to dinner with him. And like I said, it's a family deal, you know, and that's what is so cool if that's what a customer wants, because, you know, they feel our excitement, we feel their excitement, and it's just, it's something it's priceless, you know what I mean? It's just way cool. So this will be a really neat deal. We'll hope to have it done, I think it's in June or July for Good Guys Columbus, which we'll shoot for Street Machine of the Year. It's got a Coyote motor in it with a Whipple charger. It makes about 1,100 horsepower, not quite 1,100 horsepower. All Detroit speed front suspension. We decided we wanted to put a big wheel on it, so we've cut the entire firewall back, and Patrick and I have built our entire own suspension ourselves. So it's got a torque armed 3-link deal, which has been really cool. Let me get this seat out of here and you can kind of see what's going on in there. So, and it's been a real fun project. Like I said, Ford 9-inch, and then we've cut everything out and just built on structure. It'll have a full cage in it. It'll have a certified 850 NHRA cage in it, even though it's more of a road race car. But just been a fun deal. I mean, and that's what's neat when our customers, most of them, they've got their base ideas, but they're definitely, Kenny, you guys know what's happening, what works, what goes together. So they give us the creative juices to do what we want to do, which is just, I feel blessed to be able to do that we're not locked down to this is what it is and that's what it is. You know, we do have some of that, and that's great. I'm all for it, but you know, to me, I've always said, no different than like my race car or anybody else, you let the artist do his work, you're going to get way more than what you're paying for. You know? Yeah. And I believe we're the same way here. I mean, and like I said, we definitely always involve our customers, but we just don't build it my way, we build it their way, but they see it as well. It's like, hey, we need to let this guy and their crew do what they need to do, and we're going to end up with a bitch and piece when we're done, you know? So in here, this is, like I said, where our paint booth used to be. This was a project we did quite a few years back. Local gentleman found this bone stock 33 Buick, and we put independent front end. It used to have an independent rear end under it, LS motor, new wiring, new AC. So it's just, it's definitely a sleeper and not something, I mean, quiet exhaust. I mean, it's really cool. Kind. It's neat, and I mean, he drives it everywhere. It's been back east and back, and like I said, we try and just maintain. I mean, we just changed the wheels, found the right white walls and stuff for it, to where it's got the look of what it is, but yet it's got the reliability, once again, of today's cars. I'll see if I can pop the hood here. It's probably dirty because he drives it, but it's really cool. We made a cover. That's awesome. We made all this cover and stuff for it. You know, I mean, it's like I said, it's not built for a show car. He drives it and does, you know, some weddings and stuff with it, but drives it a lot. But we wanted to maintain that kind of cool look, so we just did those real quick and painted them and stuff.
No,
so
that's a great idea.
And it's neat. It'll baffle people sometimes that don't know what they're looking at. They'll be like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So. And then, of course, we got my race car here, which we went out to Woodburn last weekend, had a great outing, bodies off it, obviously. So we found some things and got the thing. We were running like 830s at 140 miles an hour, made some fuel changes, and we got it to go 760s at 175 miles an hour. So we're happy. It's a fun car to drive. I'm having a blast with it. Once again, I feel blessed that I get to do this and enjoy it and have fun with it. And the people that have helped me out on it, we didn't build the car. A good friend of mine, Ron Austin in Medford, Oregon, built it for us. But it just, I feel blessed to be able to do it. And my main guy, Patrick, that works for me, and he's out today. He's my crew guy, so it's neat. We bond together here at work, and we can bond together at the races, and we know what to expect of each other. So it's good. It's good. Yeah. So that's kind of the gist of it. I think our Hudson's back.
Hey, nice. Perfect.
That'll be a cool one. We'll get that off there and take a look at it. That's been a great project, our Hudson. So we just sent it out to Brandon Interior Revolutions to do some pre-fitting, which makes it nice. That way he's not having to work around a painted car. Yeah. So he did a bunch of interior panels and stuff like that. Been a really fun project. Patrick, he's been the lead man on this. This started out as another customer's project here in town, and he ended up selling it to one of my new customers in California, so we're building for a guy out of there. Hudson that we've rebuilt. All this is all new that you've seen in there. It's got a Viper V10 in it. We've hand built the headers, the firewall, all the engine bay stuff, the hood hardware underneath. I mean, my local machinists we deal with, Indian Creek Machine, they work with us and built the hood hinges and stuff. They put our logo in it, which is really cool. So kind of a neat thing. But with this project, this guy, he's a Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche kind of guy.
Yeah.
So he's definitely wanting some power. But he's a business owner and wants the reliability. So we've been trying to focus on getting a lot of late model things, like the steering column is actually out of a Corvette. So it's fully powered. We'll use the functions on the steering wheel to tilt, telescope, all that jazz, stuff like that. We run a Hydro Boost system for the brakes. So try and incorporate a lot of things that, you know, the big three manufacturers have spent millions of dollars perfecting.
Yeah.
And we've noticed we've just gotten a lot of good results from that. So kind of a neat thing. Bumpers we've reshaped. I mean, the bottom half from the belt line down, we've kind of rebuilt completely. We've taken the trim and made it a permanent fixture. Done a permanent deal there.
Okay.
So it used to have an opening vent wing, but that'll be no more. It'll be all tinted glass. Car's going to get painted a Porsche color, cement gray with black trim, so the bumpers and stuff will end up being black. And then it's got a really bitchin' kind of Europeanish style interior job in it that Brandon's doing. That's really cool. We built the dash and everything. It's dash pod that sets in here.
Yeah.
It's got this really cool shifter from the guys in Australia. It's a sequential shifter, so it's just bam, 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 6 up, 6 down. So just really get with the program. So
it'll be a fun car for that customer.
It's going to be fun. Exactly, and that was what he wanted. So we're trying to get him as much of a European flair as we can, but yet he's a businessman. So I mean, inside when he gets in, shuts the doors, I want it to feel like it's a, you know, a big dollar, you know, sports car kind of a deal. So, but like the back skirts, we've built all that because this thing's got a 31-inch tall tire. So I mean, the tire comes up into here. And they're about 15.5 inches wide, not the ones that are on it right now. And there's no way to jack the car to get tire out. So Patrick and I, we built this skirt. It's all removable, but yet we wanted it to look factory. A lot of things we incorporate is new style bear claw latches on the door latch, which just makes the door open and close. And this was really cool. It's a big, heavy door, but these cars are really light, which most people don't realize. So we found off of, I think it was an Alfa Romeo or an Audi, this little door pocket, and then we machined this piece, so it keeps the door from rattling around, which things like that is just cool. And then all the wiring goes through a rubber boot. And like I said, I think that's out of a 2000 series BMW or something like that. So we try and incorporate a lot of that stuff to just make it more user-friendly. And then even like your door jamb button down there for your dome light and stuff came out of a late model car. So, you know, form, fit, and function is what it's all about for us. So, yeah, really a cool car. It's neat because most people think this car's chopped, and it's not. That's actually, you know, factory height and stuff. So, really looking forward to getting this one done and out on the show circuit next year and drive around and go do some gnarly burnouts with it. It's going to be fun. So, but yeah, fun project. Fun project.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. And for more episodes, stay tuned right here on the Rag Company YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.